You're a bit of a mid player yourself, Blitz. I mean, normally you think monkey against melee heroes. What's the idea here, picking it into the Leshrac?
I think it's so you have a hero.
We do see down here bottom a tri-lane versus a dual lane coming from Newbee, trying to absorb that pressure that's being placed onto them, onto Snaking, and Snaking already in a little bit of trouble as the Impale is going to come out, looking to try and find the finish. Highlight Eye, seeing if he can interrupt it. In fact, he turns on to Stinger, gets the refresh on the damage from his Spirit. It's almost enough to dodge through, trying to hide away in the trees. The juke coming through another round. Stinger still in trouble, and looks like Pi, the great Impale coming from Schofield. They draw Earth's Blood. Stinger's still trying to run away and is barely able to make the escape. Oh, Stinger, he did it.
Oh, an instant tip there from Whisper. He's like, fairly well though, 15 last hits, and we haven't even talked about that top lane, but it's just been this 2v1 the entire time for Newbee. And man, they get a little bit of more harassed there onto Whisper. Gonna be tough to finish him unless, even with the Mango, it'll be close. MSS.
Getting up close and personal. Whisper there, you saw queued up the skewer, but canceled the animation afterwards, not wanting to go for it.
Snaking though.
Again, bottom. They're just bodying this guy, chasing him down. And Hector is taking a lot of damage from Pi, but no more mana, not another Stinger walking over. Let's see if he gets that D-ward. Yeah, and he's going to drop it down. So giving the damage over to Chris Luck, and CCNC looking to find a snipe, but not going to be able to get it there. As again, CCNC maybe in a little bit of trouble. The Boundless Strike, the Purifying Flames gets the kill. Have they gone in a bit too deep, Newbee, as they rotate in Schofield? Chris Luck, a lot of damage at this point as they're going to go for the jump forward, find the Impale, get themselves another round of kills. Man, Infamous are just cooking.
Yeah, hands kill over. Yeah, he did take the first one with the assassin. He wants all the XP he can get. And now Pylai die. Oh, I think you died here once before.
Uh-oh. Gotta be careful. They jump forward again onto Pi. They have the Impale available, saving it as he's juking, but he's not going anywhere. They don't even need to throw the Impale.
No, I got the Orb event. Windlace, no boots, no real concern.
Man, this Monkey King has been a bit of a revelation so far.
All right, so what do you do when you're losing the kill battle like this? You just run to
gets it right on the edge. MSS also gonna go down.
They are rotating to try and kill Whisper though.
And finding the kill indeed. CCNC there to get it. Back and forth across the map. Six of the things that you really want to keep your eyes on is how quickly does that farm raise up for Mr. Hector, as he is going to be slept by Pylai Die, but no real chance for a kill. Instead, the kill is going towards the mid lane where they have found one. Monkey King very low and is going to go down.
Snaking using these for optimal positioning underneath this tower to try and stay safe and try and absorb as many resources as you can. Up top though, nice Hex. Should be an easy follow-up here for CCNC.
Yeah, it's all too easy. Farming while getting kills, that's what you want to see out of the mid player. CCNC would work.
Meanwhile, not again.
Oh God, Pi.
This is not for you, my friend. Get out of there.
And they do manage to get the Jingu stacks up while also getting...
Nice kill with the early RP, something that can tend to be a little difficult.
Oh, this looks like a nice little stack stolen away by Infamous. So clearing out the jungle and now going to jump on a Snake King who has been kind of closed down on this entire game, and another round of Impale. Schofield doing so much on this Nyx Assassin. And
yeah, I would say it's surprising he only has 2 deaths on the axe considering the amount of pressure. He actually had a pretty good last hits there too, but still going to be a good target there and needing a sleep from Pi. There's that haster.
Coming. He's coming for you, Pi. Just giving him the business all game long, and they have another round of Impales. Going to connect it, see if they can punch him down, skewer back underneath the cliff, and can they finish off this Elder Titan? Yes, indeed. Stinger's going to take that field, and could they make something happen?
Yeah,
they are moving up.
Carapace play off this last creep, right?
See if he can find it. Carapace comes out, the Impale is going to connect, and the jump forward, find a kill with the Primal Spring onto the Sven. Man, Infamous, they just to that item, obviously start to take some fights, and if you win those 4v5s, that's when things feel a lot better. But right now, CCNC going to go for the walk around, going to get caught out. The Edict is there, and I think Chris Luck realizes it's time to let my support die. They're farming, but Infamous are farming faster.
They got the Yule Steer on Schofield.
Spike Carapace afterwards.
That was nice. Forcing the Carapace before the stomp.
Yeah, so now Hector showing up and realizes, okay, I can't do this. Gotta back out and give up. Pylai Die. They're going to be able to see that all the heroes up there God, are they going to try and take this fight? They have a DD onto Chris Luck. This could be an opportunity for them. Thinking about going in with the Wukong's command onto absolutely everybody. A lot of damage out. Schofield able to walk away and snaking. Not so lucky. CCNC now out of mana and going to be out of life. It happened so quick. Giving them so much fight potential. Snaking does have that blink. He's got the ability to jump in and maybe gonna look for Chris Luck here. And no, Hector, he's in the middle of him, actually breaking the blink dagger. They will kill off Stinger, but now how do you deal with this big bad Wraith King? He just turns to fight, gonna pop the blade mail as well. You are already in that God Strength. He's killing them all off, still has the ultimate afterwards. Now Schofield in the Vendetta does have the break potential if he wants to go for it, but the Hex is already out. And now the stun coming from UR, but the RP, it comes as well. Where's the follow-up? Do they have enough damage? It looks like the answer might be maybe, possibly. CCNC super low and Chris Luck able to
TP from camp to camp. I can actually join you. Royalty, it comes down from the tower every once in a while.
Schofield down on the low ground. Who does he spot? He can break blink daggers if he so desires, or if you're Infamous, they jump in, able to find him. They saw him the whole time. Chris Luck pops the BKB, still sticking around. The Impale comes through onto two, and now the Wukong's command. They're all stuck at the trees. They get pulled back in by Whisper, even further inside. They do drop down the Serpent Wards, but is it going to be enough? Oh my God, that was a lot of damage. And now they caught Chris Luck, but now Hector's here. Is he going to be able to make the play? They have the false promise to keep the Monkey King alive for the moment. Still taking a ton of damage, and Hector turning on to Snake King, trying to kill him off. They will be able to run him down one by one. Infamous do it.
Yeah, and that's what the question is going to be, is if you can defend high ground right here from Newbee, you might get back into this game just by virtue of, like, okay, we pushed them off, and the other two lanes are pushing in our favor. They've dropped the snakes down bottom.
Dude, they didn't even take rush. They're just going up here. They're like, screw it, guys. We're going and taking your buildings. Newbee, what's the response? They take a tier 1 tower, but it doesn't feel like they have an answer for this. Early pressure be damned.
Oh, you are. He can't TP either. Schofield's chasing them in the bottom lane. That's the issue.
And they are not going to be able to come back and deal with this, so the chase forward possibly for more. TP's coming in now. Infamous, you got to be careful. Can't step too far forward. Call while simultaneously hitting on the stomp, but the blade mail doing a lot of damage back onto CCNT, almost taking him down. Chris Luck going to be healed back up by that ulti, and now turn on to MSS. They find themselves another. MSS goes down, and Infamous just gonna jaunt their way out of here.
They're gonna try and cut them off here. 2 TPs to the shrine.
But the Wukong's command. Chris Luck pump faking it. CCNC, he gets the Yule Scepter lift up. They can't TP out now. They have to fight. Infamous, is this gonna work for them? They have the Wukong's command down. CCNC is dying. He's done. He does have buyback. Might need to use it because Yulmar is dead too. He doesn't have buyback for a minute. Oh my God, the triple kill from Hector, and now Chris Luck looking for more. They're gonna force this buyback and feeling like it's their moment. They get the RP, they find the follow-up kill onto Snake King. If they can manage to get it, does he manage to get away? Still running, he does escape. Now the stomp coming in, Chris Luck, boundless strike, trying to live, and he does. Takes down Snake King, 88 seconds dead.
It's game, but he's doing everything he can to keep them up.
Whisper, keeping the hopes of Infamous alive and well in this elimination match. The sole representative from Bolivia in this tournament.
Man, can you believe that this Hector guy's really good at Wraith King? I mean, I did not think they'd be playing Wraith King. I really didn't. I thought, like, once the first phase they didn't pick it, I was like, okay, well, that seems like a pretty likely ban. You know, the guy seems all right, but I think they went for the know your enemy play, right?
Oh my God.
They went to this idea of, okay, we know how Hector plays. They're not idiots, right? They understand what the guy.
And they go for Lifestealer. Right now, they don't have any abilities that go through Rage.
Thing here. The draft, the second game. I'm looking towards MSS, I think, for this one. He's got to give us one of those crit-like performances that helped carry EG from the Wind Ranger. And, well, you are. Oh. Got 3 heroes on him here.
And does have a setup here if they want to use the Impale from Schofield. Thinking about it, chasing it out, tempting fate, goes for the spin. You need to rage at some point, or you're just going to give up your life. First blood, carry on carry.
Here,
That's true.
You know, enjoy the view while it lasts, because likely just going to be quite a bit of farming. And Whisper, you know, looking to be rotating around relatively early this game.
we'll see what ends up happening with that one. But yeah, the ET always a force to be reckoned with in these tri-lane situations. Get a ton of damage, nice little chunk of armor, but does need to be careful. Now with Hector moving in, they have the spin available, but good shackle shot, gonna keep them alive for the moment. But Highlight Eye sticks around, ends up going down. They trade their life for the kill onto Hector.
Yeah, that's not first blood or anything either, so not gonna be worth it there for Infamous. But Snake King, yeah, he's in a bit of a pickle just because the lane's going to be pushing far away from him here by the looks of it.
Yeah. Well, and I guess that kind of works. If you can't bring the ET into the lane, maybe that was the ideal all along. As Schofield going to take some damage, a two-person impale, but I do believe this is still going to be the next assassin falling.
Yeah, Pilot Eye with all that damage, looking to put some on a Whisper there too. Already has the aura. Ultimate punches, then now we're going to get a rotation here. Obviously no way for him to cancel that TP, so MSS and Schofield going to mirror each other down to that bottom lane. As Hector is pretty low here, has 2 points, or rather has the point in the spin at level 2, as well as the crit, so no real concerns here. South does get canceled. Okay, MSS going to trade 90 mana for some regen there onto Hector.
And now, maybe going to trade his life away as Hector eats his way through the trees. Schofield there with the stun afterwards. Actually manages to hit onto both.
Yeah, he tried. He tried to get the tomato clap there for the kill.
Not quite in time, and Whisper in the meantime up top gets pummeled, but there is going to be a salve. He'll back up. The lane we haven't talked about all that much. CCNC kind of giving the business to Chris Luck here.
You gotta like the tips from Whisper though. I mean, he took them all.
And survivable.
Yeah, that mid lane is OD, right? He's in the mid lane. Life's good. Kunkka no longer having the annoying denies for the Tidebringer, so it's mostly just a harassing tactic, and OD always going to have a good time in these melee matchups.
We'll see still if Chris Luck can get something out of it. As UR continues to farm, facing off against Whisper. A lot of damage out, but the Drunken Brawler hit. How do you do that? No, we'll just leave it at that. CCNC trading hits here. Chris Luck going to throw out the Torrent afterwards if he wants to. Schofield moving into position and actually going to make this rotation work out. The Impale comes through, and this is a huge kill if they can find it. CCNC in trouble, and Schofield takes him down. Where it looks like Infamous are going to be pressured back away from theirs. Unless Schofield can make some type of a play. We'll have to watch and wait. Still up top, you are getting the better end of the deal as Whisper's going to be forced back and actually gets the open wounds now.
I mean, clearly Whisper's having fun. I don't know about anyone else.
And he gets the bounty
This
room.
guy's tipping, getting bounties.
Oh, and the chase down for the kill onto Schofield. Hector needing to back out here. It will be a trade-off of two back.
Fighting there, but same thing from CCNC. He's taking that sand. He's nice and early, and we got the power shot. Oh, he's got Shackle off the catapult.
Oh,
too early.
Misses the chance, misses the power shot, misses everything, and now the Torrent, but they get the kill. The boat's coming afterwards.
Likely to come down towards Vision that Pilot Eye will be providing for his team, and he is on one of these non-GPM heroes, so the sentry count might be a little lower.
And trying to get a ward placed down, but Stinger already there up front and center, and now Chris Luck able to make the rotation over. They'll find the follow-up kill onto Pilot Die before he...
And the courier is also bringing through his parts of the phase, not quite complete. Actually, that's not even his. It's going all the way up to Whisper, who is also near to completing his phase boots here. Stinger's wrapped around behind UR, but no real offensive potential onto this lifestealer. And UR is sitting very comfortably at the top of the net worth this time in the early game. Not so much like last time.
He's just kind of been beaten away at this Brewmaster over and over again. And in the meantime, Whisper needing to head on back a couple of times.
Here comes that Arcane Room bottom.
Looking for it. Oh, it's going to connect. Nice combination out onto Snake King. Can they bring him down in time? No, looking like the answer is yes. As they get one more punch from Chris Luck. And now looking for MSS, but not going to find it. Still, that rotation, so key.
He did get Omni under the tower.
Oh.
Yeah, so Hector really went for it there, but MSS shrugging it off easily.
Now Whisper getting chased down a little bit with CCNC nearby. They do have the Primal Split if they need to use it, but it doesn't look like they want to commit for that. Instead, just going to TP away with the Brewmaster by the ward that was just dewarded now by Stinger. Have an inkling that that's where they were at. And that does mean that Infamous likely looking to try and do the tower trade-off that we've seen so many times. Snake King just going to run down the Schofield Nyx Assassin and should be a kill yet again. Snake King able to pick it up with the Purification. Still is this Nyx Assassin skulking around. as well as the Brew, who's holding onto the tower. And Snake King moving in. They're going to try and maybe go for the deny. Snake King in some trouble. Impale could come out in a second here as they pop the Primal Split and now going to find the finish onto the Omni Knight.
Nope. Not in time there. Gets a stun. Go to CC&C. But how close is Chris like? Oh, he's just far away. Maybe with the setup.
Moving in. MSS wanting to interrupt the Tidebringer. Can come out in a second with the Torrent already down. This OD in a lot of trouble, but a nice Shackle not looking like it's quite going to be enough. The Ghost Ship is going to land, almost find the kill, and Whisper comes in for the finish.
Just inside the sleep. He's awake.
Scout out the Ancient Stacks. The pings come. Snake King realizes that he's in the area. They know exactly where he's at as they drop down the Sentry Ward. Gonna get the Astral. Should be able to get the Spike Carapace out of this one as they get the walk away, still running through it. Stomp's going to connect there onto one. Four-step, though, keeping the Oracle alive. And now the chase forward does not lend itself, thanks.
Yeah, I would tend to agree. I don't think I'd lean that hard.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for that Solar Crest on Snake King first. Then I'm all in.
I mean, it feels really good that he can just walk in and do this and not be that worried. Meanwhile, the Spike Carapace out, but they have the X already used.
He's pumping. He's thinking about the hammer.
Himself, but waited for that Astral to wear off, and then they're going to have the bolt land down on top of CC&C afterwards. Whisper still trying to control several. A really good stomp, though. They're onto a couple of them. The Shackle manages to land, so that Nyx Assassin dropping very low, but the Spike Carapace afterwards keeps him alive. Stinger manages to find the Invis Room, but still will be run down by UR as they do get the ultimate off. A three-person Torrent, but where's the damage? They don't have anything left in the tank right now from Infamous as Stinger manages to heal back up.
The short TV from Snake King, too.
And they're all away. The
level 1 D-Gen.
Want to take down Chris Luck. Stinger's still dodging around UR. Pops the rage to find the kill. But in the end, it's kind of just a weird little trade-off there.
If you take that much time and that ends up damage.
Well, Schofield scouting out all of Newbee, the spin, and then the TP away from Hector. Does not want to take part in this anymore.
Yeah, but him leaving just completely ditches Schofield. Like, there's no concern of, all right, well, if he TP'd out, they're probably not fighting us.
You can see now.
That's the Solar Crest, though, because when you're playing as OD, the thing you always want is attack speed buffers, if you can, right?
Oh, the splitter, that was nice.
Yeah, so that makes so he can't TP right there.
And we'll be able to still finish the TP out, but really, and with the Hex that we now see.
Yeah, you see Hex and you're like, well, that doesn't go through BKB. But, of course, it gives you way more time, and that's an additional follow-up to the Shackle.
And the catch going to be there as Chris Luck is going to go down. The full team.
Waltzes his way out of the fights, and now they have that bash, too, right? We were talking about these answers that they needed for the spin TP.
And Chris Luck again caught. Do they have any save coming in from him? Looking for it. The disarm already there. And now he's used the Astral. Can it potentially, no, the Storm just turn it back around, but they able to get the wake up afterwards because of the Astral damage. Now Schofield looking for the follow-up, trying to get out Snake King. You're going to be able to get the Omni Slash off, just blows up high. Not necessarily the greatest of targets, but maybe they can turn onto the rest of them. The Torrent lands onto CC&C right as he's coming out of it, trying to walk away. The turnaround there with the Insanities. It's not going to be quite enough, though, as they find another Impale, disarm, run away, but Whisper has him in his sights. Another round there of the Astral Imprisonment as they find themselves 3 dead from Infamous, but maybe they will find out CC&C. Not going to happen. They catch Whisper and they kill him as well.
Very nicely played.
Everything.
Radiant are scanning up ahead of themselves. They're not exactly sure where they're moving.
Behind enemy lines, Stinger going to be the one left to die. And now the rest of Infamous going to try and evacuate the area.
MSS has the dust. Is he feeling it?
Well, he could be. Oh God, Schofield. Oh God, no, the courier spotted him. Now they walk back the other way. He's just been dead a whirl. Oh no, they catch out the Nyx Assassin, and Schofield looking like he might go down, although Chris Luck maybe here to save his buddy or at least find the kill on the Pi.
Okay.
So they get one in return. And if, as long as this Kunkka escapes, be some semblance, but no. They find the Jug up on the top side. The Banish comes out, but do they have anything for him afterwards? Well, Hector...
he doesn't have TP, though.
Saving it, saving the spin, just trying to run. Healing Ward already taken down, taking away that in as Snake King runs in. Where they drop the ultimate right onto his face, and now not going to be enough. Their body blocking the Earth Panda. The next level play coming out as Infamous will lose their off-laner to boot.
Tries to go for the big...
And it's falling apart, and everybody's trying to move individually.
Felt like that foursome effort that they have, their little quartet, didn't quite have it. All right, well, there's a Lincoln's.
Not bad, not bad. But chase forward now as they will kill off the next. Does have buyback, so they'll have the full roster in just about 10 seconds if they can hold out that long, which We'll see if Newbee want to go for another set of racks.
And not a lot of game when you're down like 800 HP for UR. Missing quite a bit of his survivability. Go back, take the shrine, heal up a little bit. You usually do. Schofield trying to keep an eye on who could be approaching from the rear. And a sentry placed down from Pilot Eye. It will spot Schofield. The MSS not nearby. CCNC is though.
Chasing, looking, Hex is out, and with that,
he's almost
gonna be
out.
one dead. Schofield is going to fall, TP out, but is it gonna be broken in time? Can they get him? The banish comes out at the last second, and this Oracle 2 will die. As Infamous continue to lose one by one.
Chris Luck is here near it.
And Schofield now trying to play intercept, throwing out the Cinder Brew. Chris Luck goes in the shackle though, 1-2. They don't have to save right now. Splitter consistently reserved and not making an overextension.
Yeah, and snaking with the Aghanim's on that Omni Knight, very helpful.
Hector goes for the TP away, and oh no, he didn't get it in time! Dead for 80 seconds!
Cleanser, Blink Dagger, but with a pipe and a Solar Crest, I think he'll be fine.
Kunkka does have enough for the second Daedalus and then buyback, but the second Daedalus, but no buyback at that point. So it seems like he's wanting to keep a hold of that gold just in case things get too testy.
MSS is looking for TP cancels, but he's gonna have to force out Whisper's BKB. Oh, he didn't BKB!
And the Hex up top. Chris Luck into trouble. Sleep, chase away, BKB already out. They're fine for now, still running. There's the Torrent, catch up onto one. The rest of Newbee is not here, but they also, as Whisper runs back home.
MSS just haunting, chasing him invis, cancel the TP, as he obviously wasn't gonna BKB, he had no idea he was there.
And the shackle lands. They do have the primal split afterwards if they want to use it. Whisper still trying to run and buy his team a little bit more time, but this Brewmaster is going to fall. Does have buyback.
For Newbee, as Hector will return to the top lane, keep his push up where he died last time, and Newbee looking to finish this out with the Strangle.
The second Rack's going down, and UR can keep the pressure on, holding on to that Aegis, finishes off the Abyssal Blade. Not a lot of mana though, which is one problem.
That's what the Aegis is for.
Yeah,
That's fine.
So the buyback comes from the Brewmaster. CCNC going to be controlled. The Impale coming through on a 3, but there's no follow-up. Nothing else after the fact. They throw out the Taunt, but the Rage is there, and the Sanity's Eclipse laid down from CCNC, killing off the Nyx Assassin. They buy back on him as well, so 2 buybacks so far. Hector's still controlled, but not too bad. Whisper going to get his ultimate off afterwards as CCNC gets healed back up again by that Omni Knight. MSS in the backlines, throwing out those shackle shots. The Omni Slash bouncing back and forward, but the cheese comes from CCNC. Another Torrent with the Lifted going simultaneously. UR is dropping somewhat low, but they managed to find that shackle again. A second round, and Hector going to die. No buyback at all. Newbee have done it as GG is all.
Very clean team fights out of Newbee, pretty much after the 20-minute mark. It felt like Infamous, if you look at that graph, they're not going to have a whole lot of flips in their favor, right? Those kills, it's a lot of red. It's all red. They painted
Spirit. They don't have that real instant stun factor.
Yeah, I'd be super down for like a Storm game on the side of Infamous.
different peaks as well. Like even early on, it's very annoying to play against, and then you get the level 10 talent for the Ghost Walks, you're scouting everywhere, and then the 15 talent when you have a 5-second cooldown on Cold Snap, which is just ridiculous. Completely unplayable without a BKB in a lot of team fights. Now, mind you, they do have the Slark, right, for having that Dispel. I'm sure partly why they went for the hero. They'll take that off, but there's a stun. Potential first blood here.
Down bottom, Pilot Die trying to trade hit. Schofield very low and goes down. UR drawing first blood, and Pi will eventually fall as Whisper not quite able to hit the split earth there. Where the bounty runes, it looks like.
Yeah, and he backs nice and early too, so that he doesn't end up just getting torrented near the end of that haste rune and wind up dying. So
is he gonna go for their bounty rune? Feels like that might be the play that he makes. UR in the meantime keeping control of it.
In the mid lane, Chris Luck's getting real low here.
Dude, this guy is so crazy. Fairy Fire, another round of it.
I think he got
CCNC with the outplay, and that's the
barely playing it. He just maybe shoves out the wave a little bit, and then goes back to trying to find rotation. So find Schofield and Whisper. Pilot almost baiting here.
back the other direction. They do have the X. Whisper already broken. Schofield trying to control CCNC, who is in trouble. He does finally get that rum buff off onto him, which is going to keep him that much more survivable. Schofield still thinking about chasing, but they've already killed off Violet Die. And now with Chris Luck moving into position, Newbee in trouble as their mid laner is going to get pounced on. They find the catch for the kill, and no other answers. Man, Infamous, they're just rolling through this one. War almost goes down as well. But MSS
Seeing net worth and trying to propel themselves back into this game from Newbee through these stacks, which we've seen before, right, for these Tide Hunters.
Well, and speaking of net worth, you can see the top 3 cores all held right now by Infamous, as Whisper is going to get pummeled by UR a little bit. The stomp comes through and lands. UR trying to go for the body blocks, but the torrent follow-up is going to be there, and Schofield not able to save his carry. In fact, he's going to get brought down to boot. Yeah. So CNC finds another kill. In the meantime, Chris Luck does kill off the support.
Got that camp, another camp, got the Ancients too, so the whole Radiant Triangle looking quite stocked.
Chris Luck going to get the pounce away, just barely. Doesn't have the mana left over for Shadow Dance. And he has slept. They got eyes on him. Now in some trouble. Chris Luck able to walk away for the moment. The tornado is going to be there. Does he get the Dark Pact off? He still doesn't have mana. A huge problem for Slark. He decides, I'm just going to turn and fight. Start to build up those Essence Shift stacks. Doesn't have any other help in the area. And Pylai died. They get the Shadow Dance. He managed to get his mana back. Still healing up through this. Chris Luck turns, finds the kill on Pylai die before he dies.
All right, the 4-on-1. Fair enough, but top lane, they're going to Ravage Whisper here and give UR plenty of time to make this rotation. They don't want to trade one back this time on Snake King, so it will still be a 2-for-1 and favor Newbee here.
Good performances. And this one's still quite a solid one. Chris Luck.
Pylai Die. This was not the area for him.
Yeah, he did have the
earlier today.
Pylai Die has died here more than a few times. Man, this is Slark.
Very aggressive, right? As the raindrop for the extra mana regen helps himself out as he's roaming across the map. And that's survivability. Now CCNC gets a freebie here on a Stinger.
They're rotating in though afterwards, and he does have the AA blast onto him. Chris Luck looking for the follow-up with Schofield in tow. They have the magnetize onto him, controlled, and CCNC looking like he is going to die as well as they get the pounce, leash, follow-up, the reapplication of the magnetize. As it looks like they are maybe even going to be able to go for more. Schofield still keeping eyes on MSS, throws out another remnant, gets the catch there onto Snaking. Schofield making it happen, and Chris Luck just keeps the ball rolling.
Around with, it's not necessarily that great. Like MSS is sort of cued more towards big team fights, right? Rather than these little small skirmishes on the Invoker.
Chris Luck again. Snake King, seeing if they want to chase him down. They do have the torrent follow-up. Ice Blast to land, though, afterwards, and now maybe the turnaround comes as they deal up Schofield in the area. The Ravage lands. A nice combination, but it's not enough to bring down Chris Luck. He slept for the moment, tries to run away, barely going to be able to walk out. No! They find that kill, and now Whisper in very deep, and one by one, Infamous are going in. They don't quite have enough damage, though, as Newbee still being brought down so low, but not enough for the kill. Whisper will fall, but Newbee live.
God, the spread of the damage there. You combine the HP of Snake King and Pylai Die, they're not even 100 HP. They're way back there, and they're still going. Stinger down.
And they're still living as well. And all the magnetize, though, this might be the big game changer. All of that damage over time. It's a triple kill for UR, but a double for Schofield. And then this again buys space for that Wraith King to keep his farm going.
Yeah, and looking at MSS, we talked a lot about this build. It just was like the core one, right? The urn and the medallion for these invokers is, oh, that tornado.
Split Earth coming
Still dies, though. I mean, it looked cool. Got mid-roll.
Look out, Chris Luck's back again. The fight's going on the other side as they did get the boat dropped onto the Ancient Apparition, but he's living, and, well, they show back in Chris Luck. This guy just wants to battle. And we got fish in the water chasing each other down.
Magnetized, too.
Be careful.
Ravage in 20. Time is ticking for Infamous right now.
You have the silence if they wanted to land it out there, but the slowdown coming from Pylai Die. Whisper moving into position. They have the cold feet applied, and Chris Luck able to take him down, but he did get the Earth Splitter off first. And now Schofield still chasing. They get the Ice Blast onto CCNC Tornado. Lifts up to Chris Luck. In for the follow-up. Can't quite catch there onto CCNC Ravage to get the turnaround, and they do manage to catch the Slark. Whisper down low gets and he got his buddy out of trouble. Chris Luck, though, is he going to be so lucky? CCNC going to throw out that boat. They do have the Shadow Dance still living through it. Chris Luck trying to run away. He just farms. This guy's a monster.
We figured it out. It only took us like 7 days of watching him play. Arcane Rune on a Slark, not going to grab this guy. Hector, skeletons up top. Chris Luck aggroing that mid tap. Look at Hector.
He's just running in. He doesn't have that much mana afterwards, but he's not looking afraid, and he just wants to beat down MSS. Does need to be a little bit wary. Has enough for his ultimate. Still, he's brought down super low. Hector trying to back away the Echo Stone. He gets the kill. He bleeds. Hector goes down, and he didn't have his ulti available because of the mana drain, and now the kick away. Whisper still living through it. Infamous realized we need to get out.
That timing was...
Okay. Are they chasing for more? Whisper is super low and in trouble as they catch him. And the Lesh is gonna go down, so Infamous losing.
Farming so fast at this point. Those other skeletons are still going.
Now, Chris Luck. A little bit of a bother, but he has the BKB, and that's going to make it absolutely fine. The leash is out now. The boat going to not connect because of the BKB. Now Schofield still chasing. They're all grouped together from Newbee. What else can they find? Hector walks forward, wants to get a stun onto one. And force staff keeping Schofield from getting stopped there. Yawar, is he going to be able to get out of this one in time? The splitter timing right after the rage warp, and Yawar's down.
Oh, they got him
off to the side. They're keeping him controlled. Chris Luck will fall, but Hector is here, and he's just going for it as they find CCNC. The splitter lands after the Yules. They find themselves another pickoff. Infamous take 3.
Yeah, Snake King and Pilot died. They're hitting those big ultis at the
Set, where did we get to this point? And it feels like it's again been those 4 heroes from Infamous making space for the Wraith King to farm up. Hector is now online with level 21, has the talent, and he's running walking. He literally does not care. He's gonna farm their ancients in front of him and dare Newbee to come and fight. Stun already out, they have the sleep. Slowdown coming with the boulder smash. Hector popping the blade mail, still thinking about chasing. This is now all of the run buff onto all of Newbee, but they've committed everything to kill off this Wraith King one time. Can they get him a second time? Chase forward, Chris Luck with the BKB, wanting to find himself a target. Hector also pops the BKB. They've gone in really deep. Snake King does have Ravage. If they're able to wait this one out, have Infamous gone a bit too far, or are they gonna turn now? The run buff is gonna wear off, but Snake King with the Ravage jumps forward, hits it on a 3. Chris Luck able to escape. Now the follow-up coming from Whisper, who runs back into all of them. They find the damage. All of the heroes of Newbee starting to drop down. Whisper will fall. And meantime, the chase forward coming from more. Magnetize onto everybody. Chris Luck, he's on such low HP, with this Magnetize being reapplied. Finding CCNC, another round of kills. Hector he doesn't have ulti. 1 second, no! And he's coming back again. Turns it now onto Snake King as the run comes. Need to get out. They've gone afar as the buyback is there as well. Another kick from Schofield, trying to keep Hector alive as he turns, throws another stun. They don't have another ulti this time, but the walkway's coming as Chris Luck finds space and time for his team. He will give his life for his carry as Hector.
that gold thanks to the fact that Hector lives.
Hector lives. I can't say anything more about it than that, but Newbee now with Chris Luck dead for another 30 seconds, feeling confident to try and pressure this mid-tier 1 tower. The silence does come out and Hector shows up. They find the Ice Blast afterwards. Force Staff trying to escape, but now Yawar trying to TP out. That means the rest of his team is potentially going to be caught out here. Hector chasing. They find Snake King, get the kill. 70 seconds, no buyback.
And down the mid lane. Oh, actually, no, those are the old skellies. Sorry. These things just keep on coming back. So Hector heads to the pit. He will be a very disappointed because, look, did you see that? His Midas was ready. He's like, oh, yeah,
oh, wait.
Almost went back.
They don't have the Lesh here, and they're going to lose the AA. Infamous, they're still thinking about fighting this one. They don't have Earth Spirit or Lesh for this fight as of yet, but they still want to go in and take Roche if possible. Buyback is there for the Ancient Apparition.
There's a couple, but Pilot Die far too poor for another item on this ET this game, really hurting them out of the support roles.
And you compare just the relative value that you're getting out of these other heroes. Whisper, now he doubles back, pops the BKB and deciding to run away. In the meantime, though, look at Hector. He's inside the base, pops the BKB, turns on the Snake King. He can't afford to die. And now Hector in very deep. Yawar's going to try and chase the Ice Blast. It comes in, it hits him. Oh, they took him down, no buyback. 50 seconds with no tide. And Infamous ready to walk in at this point. They didn't dodge away from the Ice Blast that came through. Disarmed, Wraith King, he's gonna be okay for the moment as the sleep comes through. Tornado lift up, he is coming back in a second.
Oh man, and he's trying, MSS as well. He's finally back towards that Solar Crest now too to try and give a little bit more assistance over to UR in these team fights, and Hector continues to walk.
And he's going to walk. He's going to pop the blade mail. They have the boat afterwards. Rum buff going to be applied to everybody. Hector will go down one time, but can you kill him again? Whisper hits the splitter. Nice play as they get the force staff away, but he's axed and the BKB popped. Hector's out.
BKB down.
Down that tier 3 tower, but Chris Luck running away, gets the pounce out, Shadow Dance, and away again. They can't keep doing it to them, and look at your base. Tier 3 towers down, the barracks are starting to fall, Hector is here. And on the other side, they're still keeping control. Up north, they're keeping his eyes on him, and Chris Luck playing with the other heroes. They've got the Ice Blast follow through on the Snake Thing. Newbee are being pulled left, right, and center. They finally force out the BKB TP from CCNC, which means he isn't going to have it afterwards. UR jumps inside. They do have Hector controlled. It was a good and fast play to get UR back, but Hector will have his ultimate available. Snaking, walking forward, looking for the Ravage. Doesn't quite get it, though, as they manage to get the X-Back pull onto Whisper, trying to kill off this pesky Letrack. But he will not go down idly either, as Hector gets the Shadow Blade walk away. And Whisper, he's just dancing on him as he tries to escape. Sunstrike coming through, still not enough for the kill. He's literally just walking away. They have the Ravage available, but Snaky, he doesn't want to pop it. They give him the tip. Oh, have mercy. Please no, another disarm. Snaky control. They have the Ravage, gonna finally throw it out now. He overran it. He just runs away. They have lost Chris Luck.
The late game, right? It's been discussed, this idea of just like, that's where they've been shining. Not something you tended to say about some of the smaller regions before, right? Always peaked on aggression. Like Hector, I mean, they're still showing that, but they've got the big macro strategy to go with it now.
And they do kill Hector, but the Wraith Fire Blasts are going to fly out, and Hector going to try and BKB and walk away afterwards. They feel like they need to get something here desperately. Force staff away again in the Split Earth to stop the chase. Does have that feeling like for Newbee, it's all slipping away, even denying the tier 1 tower in the face of you from CCNC, as they need more ways to control in this fight. Chris Luck looking for the opening. They find MSS, going to jump onto him at the start. Snaking, trying to find a good angle of initiation to Ravage it, but they're not hitting onto anybody. Meanwhile, MSS turned upon by Hector. They've got him controlled. Chris Luck, they tear him apart, and now the rest of them running into the side. They apply the Ice Blast as well. UR turned upon, trying to run, trying to TP away, but the bash comes through. They find their man. Infamous running forward for more, as UR just trying to get away from everybody else, but there's no buyback on Snaking. They find another bash. They took down the Invoker, and they are looking to take the rest.
Just everyone saving each other, looking after the others' backs in these fights. It's so hard for Newbee to catch them already. They're such slippery heroes. Before you add in the fact of just like, your friends are there. They have so much trust in each other, and how many times have we brought that up at this tournament?
And 3 gets slept, but the one that didn't gets the Force Staff save onto Schofield. Chris Luck walking forward the leash. They have the Halberd, but they don't have the damage, and now they have the control as another Ice Blast goes through. You can hear South America chanting in the background as Infamous are looking to take a top 8 spot. GG call. The first time for South America to have a team in the top 8.
And you can see the love, though. I mean, these guys know each other, even in the chat right after. It's like, congratulations, of course. Much respect to their opponent.